Justin Hart riding the wall here right in front of us to kick off Q1.
All right, guys, here we go. Another pair coming at us. I believe that's Johnny Camp, far side of the track. Not quite sure who's in our lane here. This is just the second pair here in Q1. We're just getting set up, so we're a little bit behind the 8-ball here. Right lane going a 362 with a 3. Left lane 544 with a 6 at 89 miles an hour. All right, guys, here we go. Ryan Martin pulling up here, making his World Series of Pro Mod, an actual Pro Mod debut here. I believe he's driving a borrowed car for the weekend. Not quite sure who the owners are. Far side of the track, or sorry, in our lane, I should say. Not far side of the track. In our lane, we have the Ironman Pro Mod. Let's see their Q1 here right now. With a 5 in the left lane. Ryan Martin knocks the tire, has to get out of it. All right, guys, up next here, Manny Bajinga, far side of the track. And in our lane, we got, I don't even know what kind of car that is, but I know it's called Chemical Imbalance. That's the name on the door, as I saw it earlier when I was walking the pits. Check out their Q1 here at the greatest Pro Mod race on the planet, World Series of Pro Mod by Drag Illustrated. Right lane 367.1 for Manny Bajinga. Left lane going to 371.1 at 203 miles per hour. More coming at us right now, guys. I am pretty sure far side of the track there, that blue 6-gen Camaro, that's a new Pro Mod build. I believe that's Raymond Matos' car. In an hour lane, Keith, you know my name, Haney driving the Black Widow, his new C7 vet. That's a nitrous deal. Both pulling up here for Q1. We're going to check out their passes right now. Now, we haven't seen anyone like lay down anything absolutely blistering out of the gate yet, so it'll be interesting to see where the bump falls on this race. For US Street Nats, that bump lied at a 359. It'd be pretty amazing if we could lower that for the last of the trilogy here, the World Series of Pro Mod. So we'll be paying close attention to that as the qualifier sessions go on. 363 with a 5, far side of the track, and Keith Haney going a 405.4 at 195. Right lane going 372 with a 6. All right, guys, 2 more coming at us here. We have Louis DeLeon from Fuel Tech, far side of the track, making his Q1 hit. And in our lane, I believe this is Kenny Lang out of my hometown, Manitoba, Canada, driving the Al Billis Hot Rod. 363 with a 9, it looks like, for Kenny Lang. Right lane going to 369 with a 4. 367 with a 2, it looks like. Or sorry, left lane 367 with a 2, right lane 366 flat at 206 miles per hour. Right lane, Ethan Steady going to 362.2. He went red, but 205 mile an hour, and it's qualifying, so it still works. Right lane 370 with an 8 for Nate Saylor at 201. Right lane goes a 363 with a 3, it looks like. 206 miles an hour. Hour lane going a 428 with an 8 at 121 miles an hour. Joey Martin, right lane going to 364 with a 6, it looks like 219 miles an hour. And hour lane, I think it's a 395.9 in hour lane, I believe. Sorry, the poles are in the way, I can't really tell. Oh yeah, there we go, 395.9 at 185 miles an hour. All right, guys, here we go. The Coast Camaro coming at us in hour lane. That's a 6th generation Camaro, and the Candyman far side. Here we go. Right lane a 366 with an 8, left lane 361 with a 9, 203 miles an hour. Your #1 qualifier, I believe now, with the Coast Camaro. .371 with an 8, 202 miles per hour for Bo Butner. 364 with a 7 far side of the track, and it looks like a 364.2 at 217 miles an hour for Mike Bowman. Coming at us in Q1 here from inside the track, Kyle Dvorak with Polar Racing driving the 6th generation Screwbone Camaro. They were just in RVW trim last weekend. And in our lane, we have Erica Anders, 6-time world champion pro stock racer, driving the Elite Motorsports 6th generation Screwbone Camaro. A 6 for Erica Anders. I'll move her high up the list. Right lane 366 with a 7 for Kyle Dvorak. Oh, there you go, #1 for Erica Anders. That's right, it's Kyle Dvorak. This is his last name. Erica Anders, #1 with a 361 with a 6 at 207 miles per hour. Let's check that out again on the Strange Engineering Instant Replay Cam. A 6 for Erica Anders. I'll move her high up the list. Left lane having to get out of it. Right lane going to 363 flat at 207 miles an hour. That was Cox Racing, far side of the track. Next two coming at us, we got Ryan Hayward in our lane and Travis, the Carolina Kid, Harvey, far side of the track. Right lane a 366 with a 3. Ryan Hayward going 362.8. That should put him in, I think, #5. .360 with an 8, or 360 flat, looks like. 209 miles an hour for Greg Blevins Jr., far side of the track.
There you go, Greg Blevins Jr. taking the number 1 spot. A 62.7 for Robin Roberts. Right side of the track going to 62 with a 3. Okay guys, another 2 coming at us. Far side of the track, another 6th generation Camaro screw-blown deal, and in our lane, a screw-blown C7 Corvette being piloted by Tommy D'April, and that's the R&R Racing Corvette. .358 with a 9, it looks like. There you go, number 1, Tommy D'April. Let's watch that again on the Strange Engineering Instant Replay Cam. .7.1 for Victor Alvarez. There you go, your new number 1 qualifier. The right trailer's hearts charged Pro Mod at Victor Alvarez, track owner, Bradenton Motorsports Park, going number 1 in Q1. Let's check it out again on the Strange Engineering Instant Replay Cam. Two more coming our way. Here we go. Spencer Hyde out of Canada, your 2024 World Series of Pro Mod champion in our lane. And far side of the track, the Queen of Pro Mod, Melanie Salemi, about to throw down here in Q1. Obviously, the faster cars are coming up as the class goes on here, so I have a feeling we're going to see a bunch of 50s passes coming up. A 61 for Melanie Salamini and a 58.2 for Spencer Hyde. Okay guys, 6th generation screw-blown Camaro in our lane. 6th generation screw-blown Camaro far side driven by Lyle Barnett. Just won Pro 275 at Lights Out last weekend. A 60 with a 6 for Lyle Barnett, and a 64 with a 6 in the left lane here. Quarter Nova going to 68.7. Steve King putting down a 63.3. Going to 375 with a 9. We're going to have to watch that on the Strange Engineering Instant Replay Cam. Derek Menel with a 57 with a 9. Okay guys, we had a little bit of downtime there as there's a little bit of a light sprinkle, so we want to make sure the skies are clear here. But up next here we got Sydney Frigo driving the Kiln Time Racing hot rod. Well, it's actually the Art Vinco hot rod with a KTR power plant on board, and Eric Gustafson far side with the Coast Camaro. That's a Pro Charger deal. Let's see the passes here right now. Eric Gustafson has to get out of it. Sydney Frigo going to 362 with a 1. Next, who coming at us right now? We got Jason Harris driving the Party Time Racing Camaro far side of the track. He was your Snowbird Outlaw Nationals winner And in our lane, we got Stevie Fast Jackson. Now he's driving a borrowed hot rod. I believe they call it Purple Rain. I could have that wrong. But Shadow's getting ready for NHRA next week, so that's why he's in a hired wheel here. A 359 with a 6 for Stevie Fast Jackson. He was also your winner of US Street Nationals too, so I'm sure he'd like to go back-to-back here and pick up a win on World Series of Pro Mod.
All right, guys, well, that's a wrap for Q1 here at World Series of Pro Mod. If you guys are enjoying the content, please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I think we're just going to run this as a separate video, just to try and get the content up to you guys as fast as we can. Obviously, there's no cinematics, there's nothing going on with it. Just a nice, clean cut on Q1 here from World Series of Pro Mod. We'll see if we can bring some other qualifiers as well. And then obviously keep your eye out for our big edited event coverage from World Series of Pro Mod. We'll have Pro Mod Race, True 10.5, and possibly even Little Gangsters. So that's enough for me. We'll see you guys in a little bit.